The biggest pop of the night has gone to Renzo Mendez. A lot of fans there to see him as the tail of the tape. Mendez with a 3-inch height advantage, 2-inch via the reach. We are in the bantamweight division. It is Mendez who is ranked as the #2 of the pro bantamweights in Peru. And it sounds like a football match in here right now with the crowd. And it's getting intense. Great crowd. I mean, a lot of time you'll see empty seats early on in the night and they fill out as people get in here from dinner. This was full early on. It is packed now. It's a South American event. And we've seen a lot of, this has been a great night for bantamweights. Starting right from the jump with David Martinez's impressive win, and these two look to follow. Flying knee does not catch from Ayala. We've heard a lot, Julian, about 2 or 3 Peruvians that are worth keeping an eye on, and Mendez is on that short list.
Yes, sir.
Big
that
kick
body
to the
kick
body.
was so hard.
You can hear it throughout.
You can hear it, but you could also know that it kind of like stops you dead in your tracks and takes the wind right out from underneath you.
Well, Ayala, and now it's fists are flying. Ayala got caught with the left. He's got to protect himself, but he gets in close quarters. Tie clench.
A little Philly shelf blocking from Mendez. Gets the underhook in the clinch. Doble A. Pulling forward, taking forward, dropping forward. You got the double underhooks.
Oh,
Ooh,
he
you
does
got
it a spin, but Mendez turns him, and now he's going to clear the guard.
Nice judo throw by Mendez. Now he's got a
Guillotine.
guillotine sucked up, but he doesn't pull for it. Spinning back elbow for Doble A.
Oh, this is mucho más acción, non-stop as these two are throwing, and we are thrilled to be with you here live on DAZN. Max Peros, Juliana Peña, Andres Ayala, Renzo Mendez. The crowd looking to tear the roof off the Coliseo Manuel Bonilla.
Ooh, straight left. And a big overhand right for Mendez.
Neither of these guys moving away from the line of fire.
Southpaw position for Mendez.
Ayala's got to protect himself. He left that chin there.
Oh!
Strong right from Mendez. El Nene, nickname he has had since he was 8.
Beautiful body lock takedown, my favorite, right in the open where Doble A has nowhere to go.
Ayala into his guard.
Beautiful takedown. Just perfect timing.
Mendez, a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu blue belt, as we were addressing.
Oh, let's talk about it. So, luta libre is another form of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. The difference is that there's striking with your feet and with your hands, whereas in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, they're just generally looking for the submission, but you can actually hit in luta libre. Also, it was made for the poor kids from the favelas that couldn't afford to pay for a gi, whereas you know, the light-skinned people in Brazil could afford the gi and could afford, you know, the tuition. This was made for more of the poorer kids who couldn't afford a gi. So they started off with the no-gi type of submission, catch wrestling, judo, stuff like that. And then there's 2 styles. There's one sporting style, and then the other is vale tudo, which means no rules, anything goes, no holds barred. So the striking and the kicks and stuff are totally legal in luta libre.
Great explanation there, Peña.
You know, you learn something new every day. I did not know that. I thought that it was actually a Mexican thing, kind of like lucha libre.
If it's in Brazil, it'd be pronounced lucha because the T's are good, that pronunciation, but
right. Slight differences in Portuguese and in Spanish. And
it makes sense if you can't get the gi, and these kids are finding a way to fight, and you get the feeling those could be fertile grounds as the leg, almost the ankle there from Ayala.
But Mendez does the right thing. He's sticking the foot in the butt, follows through.
Mendez is a smart fighter, but now up against the cage. This has been a great first round.
Doble A needs to change his head position. But his leg is caught. It's making it difficult for him to get that head position. He's going to get taken down. Body lock takedown. Beautiful. And my favorite.
That is Mendez, who is the lucha libre practitioner.
Straight into mount.
He's cleared. He's on the mount.
Straight into mount. Needs to be careful here because this is a desperation position from your opponent.
Uh-oh. Looking for that arm bar, but Ayala's out, and now he's repositioning, and he's going to get on top. But quickly, Mendez responds.
Beautiful. Hip to the game.
The back.
Doble A waiting. Didn't panic. Got the reversal, and now this is a prime position that he wants to be in, but he needs to settle down.
Uh-oh, he couldn't get that second hook in. And now Mendez is in. This is a point counterpoint type fight, and it looks like we're going to get out of round 1.
Hot dog it. All the good stuff's happening, and the round's about to be over. Watch out.
She's very disappointed.
Watch out. Here comes an armbar. He's going to swing for it.
There's still time here. 5 seconds.
He's in the T-zone.
Colombia y Peru. End of the first round. Fantastic action, and the crowd was into it from the jump.
That was a great round. Tons of action, back and forth.
So you were disappointed that had to end the round 1. So where do you pick up where you left off here if you're these two guys?
Well, like I love to see in these Combate Americas fights, none of them are afraid to stand and bang on the feet. So of course we're going to get a lot of that first, and then they resort to the clinch work, and they get to the ground. And I would like to see, if I could, just forget about the strikes, although that's the most exciting part for a lot of people. But for me, for me, I like to see the ground game, and I'd like to see him execute that body lock takedown again.
And there he goes. Both legs caught him. And this has been on the ground, upstairs, on the feet, everywhere.
That knee caught Mendez, but he was just going in on the takedown at the prime perfect timing, so he was able to follow through with it. Or, I mean, just roll right through it, excuse me.
Mendez on a 4-fight winning streak, so his 12-6 record a little deceptive, because remember, he's just 24, so he may have suffered some of those losses early in his year. This has been maybe the pleasant surprise of the night, because a guy we didn't know a lot about. This is exactly the type of fighter you come to Peru to find.
Right, just lacing the legs, riding his opponent, making him use all of his body weight, and he takes the back. He's staying on him, riding him like a backpack. What's great is that Mendez has been able to execute these beautiful takedowns at will. Oh, and he finally gets reversed
and he's got the
mounted.
Ayala, he's the road team, make no mistake, and now he's got that leg locked in.
Giving up his back. Oh no, and those are some big heavy punches. It's finally Doble A's turn to give him the tail whooping.
Repositioning again.
Boom. This could be a fight ender. You got tons of time. 3 minutes, big heavy shots. This guy's not able to break that figure 4 triangle.
Morata's closing in, thinking about it. Remember, he had an early stoppage earlier in the night.
And this is where experience comes into play, and where Doble A's experience is helping him.
Yeah, Mendez has to show something here, or his home crowd and night will end.
Mendez got to break that figure 4 triangle, and he just tightens it up even more. Doble A doing a good job of
Ayala, there it is, looking to lock it underneath. Mendez is running out of ideas.
To me, that's even almost a, I mean, I wouldn't say safer position, but it's better than, you know, the guy riding your back on when you're on your knees and getting those big heavy shots off. Back to the mat, son. Get your back to the mat.
Squeeze, but he doesn't have it underneath the chin.
So you got to break this figure 4 triangle on this side where it starts. And he's not doing that, but he needs to come to our left, break that figure 4 triangle, and get his back on the Jaula mat if he wants to get out of there alive.
Mendez stretching out, but he can't loosen up any of the points of Ayala's pressure from the figure 4 to the control around the neck.
Ayala needs to calm down, because he has the fight. He's got a ton of time to work, and he needs to just do everything that he's doing, but just keep working it like an anaconda. It gets tighter and tighter and tighter. Just keep that pressure, because you're winning. You're finally winning. There it is. That's tight. Oh, nope. Doesn't have it. Break that figure 4 triangle, Mendez. Woo.
Still going, and again he tries to tuck it underneath, but to no avail.
And it should be noted that Andres Doble A Ayala is a purple belt in jiu-jitsu, and he gets reversed. Mendez looking to open up the guard of Ayala. Big, huge elbow. And again, this is not a position where you want to be when you're on bottom.
What a turn.
You better pull out, swing
Nene.
out for the armbar, or get out of there.
How the crowd responded shortly thereafter, under a minute to go in this second round.
Oh, this sucks.
It's a shame someone's going to lose here. These two guys have battled.
For sure.
See, they've been well prepared.
Big, huge
aggressive.
elbow.
Now body shots from, ooh, and the big elbow coming in upstairs from Mendez. Ayala holds on. Ayala got busted open on that last blow.
Ayala was looking for a head and arm triangle, but it's out of desperation. He's cut open and he's bleeding.
Oh, wow.
Massive elbow that caught him. Mendez did body, head with an elbow, and it opened him, split him right open.
I tell you what, the doctor's going to take a long look at that right eye, because it is a bloody mess for Ayala. It happened with that elbow. 10 seconds to go, blood all over the canvas.
They're great elbows and passes, trying to pass.
Mendez survived and then demolished Ayala with one strike, end of the second, and now we have to take a look at Ayala's eye.
Now you have to think, if you're Ayala, you got all this blood. Have you ever seen your own blood before? And if you have you ever seen yourself bleeding this much blood?
Oh, he's tasting his blood.
Does that play into your head at all? Look at that. Like, you got to wonder, is he going to be able to come out as the same fighter in round 3 now that he's seen all of this blood bleeding like a stuck pig all over the mat, you know?
Now being told the fight has been stopped, and I can't really argue that.
Me neither.
As Ayala, and look at Mendez overcome.
Pobrecito. He's so happy.
It was a gruesome. And look, they try to stop the bleeding. It's not stopped. Hats off to Doble A Ayala. He is a warrior, but that was a nasty wound. And
live to fight another day, man. No shame.
look at it. Oh boy, don't look at it.
Yeah, no,
I'm trying not to myself.
Oh wow.
We love this sport, but we can get a little unsettled like the rest of you.
Yeah, it makes me a little queasy. That was a great fight. Action-packed from bell to bell.
A little UB40. They like their reggae there in Peru.
Body, elbow. Here it is. Whoa, that was the one that did it. That was the one. I said it before that the other one was, but that was it.
I would love to see Andres Ayala fight again.
Body. And he's going to throw another elbow. Yeah, he was already bleeding at that point.
We have 5 fights to go.
Here comes another big elbow. Body, elbow. Here's the cut. Boom. Swiped him right open.
The sharp point of the elbow caught him. It's just the sweet spot.
We call that the hellbow.
It's a good name for it.
It's right here. See that little tip right there?
Yeah.
That's the hellbow.
Don't get any ideas.
No, I'm just saying. just letting you know.
And Raul Porata talked to the official, said no, Ayala didn't have much of a argument. And then Mendez. All right, we've gone 5 fights into Combate Peru, and 2 names, David Martinez and now Renzo Mendez, have emerged, and 2 guys we will undoubtedly see again very soon. Impressive till the end, and both in the bantamweight division.
Raúl Porrata determina que la esquina azul no puede continuar, obligándolo a parar la contienda después de la conclusión del segundo episodio. Ladies and gentlemen, referee Raúl Porrata determines the blue corner can no longer continue, obligating him to stop this contest upon the conclusion of round number 2. Your winner, by way of technical knockout, el vencedor por knockout técnico de Lima, Perú, Renzo